Hey everybody, happy Friday. How's it going? What's happening? Hey Denise Bissell, hope you're doing well. I don't know why I get the coughing fit right before I uh I get on here. It's crazy. Hope everybody's doing good. Hey Almonds Homestead, hope you guys are doing well. Loved your video of the feeding the corn stalks to the goats. Hey Craig, hope you're doing well. Um yeah, it's gotten cold. Not too bad. Not too bad. Yesterday was cooler, but I know Holman's Homestead was saying they could use some rain, and it's wild how dry it got after the hurricane and stuff. Doing good, Craig. Doing Craig. Yeah, I can't get my mouth to work here. Doing well, Craig. Thank you. They drilled one, and Monday the contractor is coming to make the connections because he's got to use a backhoe and stuff. So we should have water by midweek, which will be exciting. So it was really good. 600-foot deep. So it's all good. 600 feet, Craig. They removed the rig yesterday. They finished drilling the day before. And but we feel a lot better with the fact that it's drilled. We knew it was going to be deep. And hopefully this is it. So, and then the backhoe guy who works with the well driller is coming Monday. I already called him. He had called to dig him out. And they will have the everything trenched. Then the well guys will come over and make the connections to the existing well house because it really works well. The well house does because it keeps the well from freezing. And then we'll take it from there. So we're excited finally. Yeah, 125 would be great, Craig. If you go on Alexander Well Drilling's website, you can look at the depth of wells around you. So some are deep, some are not. Our old one was 150, but I'm glad that we no longer have it. Hey, Angie, our cabin in the woods. Good to see you. Hey, almost a green acre. Good evening. Hey, Gwen, Broke Cowgirl Homestead. Hey, Rebecca, Touched by Yarn. I don't quite understand. This is the first time I've ever heard a well being dug. Do you? Yeah, it is a deep well. Yep. We knew it. We had a good inkling about that. So we are very excited about that. So yeah, 600-foot deep. The good news is that it clear through the granite, which is what we wanted. So very excited. Hey Tony, our cabin in the woods. Good to see you. Yep, hopefully by mid-week we will be up and running with water and a much better supply than we had before. So looking forward to that. Hey Tom on the plant, good to see you. Gwen just got back from boot shopping. Oh, that's awesome. Hey Nancy, our treasured home. Yeah, so it's been a really I'm getting more impatient, believe it or not. I have officially stopped washing dishes. I'm just over it at this point. So I have a bucket with water and they're soaking, and I'll wash them when I get water at this point. I know it sounds gross, but I'm done. I'm done. I'm so over it. It's so close. I can smell it at this point. 3 months. So we are ready. Thankful for the second guy who came. But yeah, I officially hit a wall midweek where I thought I was going to lose it because we were so close and it just. But anywho, Yeah, that's some good water, Tom. Exactly. At least we know it's clean, right? um, let's see here. Yes, we'll be sharing with our neighbor. Yep. No, it's not. It's not, but it needed to be done, and we knew it was probably going to need to be done in our lifetime. So it's done. um, oh, sorry, Gwen. I'm sorry. It was horrible. Almost a Green Acre says I used to have a well 180-foot deep when I lived in Ontario, and that was on pretty solid rock. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we got to a certain level and just said go to 600 and let's see if it changes. And it didn't, but we feel pretty confident with it there that there's more than sufficient water supply for both houses given our family structures. There's really only 3 people in 2 houses, so we should be good. Um Hey Joe Serrano, hey Barb's Country Home. Not yet, Rebecca. I mean, I did a lot when I first got it from you in other winters, but not yet here. Hasn't been that cold. For me anyway. It's got to get really cold for me to be wearing hats. Town well is 700 feet. Interesting. Hey, Sarah Rising Swine. Good to see you. Well, I got to tell you, we had Lisa Colovi won't be here tonight because she is feeling under the weather. Um, her and her husband were out here last week, and we had an absolutely amazing week together, spending so much time together. By Thursday, me and Ryan were sick, which is bizarre because we don't ever get sick. Hey, Carla, living a rogue life, thinking of you, my friend. And so we were sick and then started to get better, which is really good. It's just kind of lingering, but other than that, pretty good. But now Lisa's got it. So I told her to step out tonight so she can relax and take care of herself. She some of the things we went to see the bison in the state park. We went to Crazy Horse. We went to the mammoth site. The mammoth site is really cool. It's in Hot Springs, South Dakota. And what's really neat about it is like years and years ago, some guy bought the land and was going to build like a strip mall on it. And he was digging and found things like bones and skeletal remains. And so he contacted somebody at a college, I think in Nebraska. And anyway, it's a huge sinkhole where mammoth kept falling in. Woolly mammoth just kept falling in. So it was pretty cool. No, Gwen, I don't. I enjoyed having the phone down and just spending time with them. I've got some pictures, that's about it. But we had a blast. And usually what I try to do is I try to get permission before I post any pictures of anybody else but us. But it was a lot of fun, a lot of fun. Lots of good food, lots of um, friendship and laughs and good times and just relaxed and laid back. So it was really awesome. It was sad to see them go. It felt like the week went by really quick. So just yeah, no, I didn't take any videos of it. I have pictures of the mammoth site, which are pretty cool. I've been there a couple times. They're awesome. And then they went to the park on their own and walked around town and got to enjoy all the stuff we see all the time. So they had a good time too. So it was really good. But they are amazing for the soul, Sarah. And you want to know something? I think they were good luck. Because when that well guy called midweek and said, we're going to be there tomorrow, we were like, woohoo. So, but I know you guys are not in South Dakota, but if anyone from South Dakota watches this, Alexander Well Drilling has been amazing. They were not the original people that we called. So he's been amazing. He's like 10 months out, 10 months out, and he bumped us up pretty quick. So I was really impressed with him. And he felt bad that we had to wait so long for the other guy who never came. So we are thrilled. We're in the home stretch. And when the backhoe guy was like, I can come Friday or Monday, he goes, Monday would really be better. Is that okay? And I was like, dude, I've waited 3 months. If you really think there's a difference between Friday and Monday for me, I can wait on Monday. And he was like, thank you so much. And I'm like, dude, it's not your fault we had to wait so long. I'm not going to give you a hard time. So they've been really amazing. So I'm excited. I'm excited. Hey, River Rat Homestead. Hope you're doing well, Red. Hey, Gary. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, it was a really good fun time. But I wanted to show you guys something really cool. Thanks, Red. We're still waiting on it, but it's drilled. So that's the cool part. I wanted to show you something really cool tonight. So I can't remember how I found this. I think I was looking for fiber stuff or what local stores were available for fiber. And excuse me. Somehow I came across that this new place called Harvey's Homestead Supply opened up in Hot Springs, which is about 40 minutes south of us. And I know that you probably can't see the whole screen, but let me see if I can do this. Is that better? It says, you'll find no bigger fan of the state of South Dakota than Jeremy's grandpa, Harvey, so it was fitting that we name our farm supply store after him. Blah, 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 blah. They talk about their whole story. And then I want to go back to this. These are all the things that they have. These are all the things that they have. The way the lady described it to me was they have from animal husbandry, from feed and waterers and feeders and all that stuff for a variety of animals, all the way up to harvesting and farm to table and preserving. So it's the whole point is it's growing your food all along the different processes. So I thought it was really cool, and I took a ride down there today, and I went down there and I was pretty impressed with the store. It was really neat, and I hope the lady is successful. They had a lot of reputable books there, like the story guides on how to raise pigs and turkeys and stuff like that. She had the live cultures, she had canning jars, fermentation, starter cultures, seed starting stuff. Obviously, homemaking and hospitality is listed there. And then let me go up a little. Cast iron, all this kind of thing. And it was really interesting. And I hope she is successful because here's the kicker, and Gwen will get it. It's right next door to the fiber store. So I am in trouble because I went from one store to the other. But I bought a really neat freeze drying book. And then I went to the fiber store, like I said, and I bought a spinning book. But it was really neat to go locally and be able to get these things and be able to look through the books before you buy them and stuff. I think they do, Red. Let me go real quick here. So here we are. Not yet, because I'm clicking on the shopping cart. Oh, wait. No, they must not have that set up yet. But so what I'll do is, hold on, let me go back to home. So what I'll do is I'll post it in the chat if you want to keep a heads up on it. But they do have a blog also. I haven't really looked at it yet much. But it's kind of cool, you know, and I mean, you got to give them time to, you know, give them time to develop everything and get settled and all that. But apparently they opened on the 27th of September. Oof, what a day. But this is their little blog. Which is cool. I'm hearing my voice in the living room. So yeah, so it's pretty cool. They've got some good stuff, and I really like the idea behind it. So I wish them well, and I wish them to be very successful. So that would be good. They had a lot of the Joel Salatin books as well, which is a good thing. Let me see here. And then they also are going to have classes, but they don't have them yet. But I thought that was really cool to get the word out for people. Hey, Templin Acres, hope you're doing well. It was $370, Gary. $370, and then some ounces. But I thought it was really cool because they've got all this stuff. I've never seen anything on that small a scale, specifically called homesteading. So you can sign up and see if they're going to have that. And then they have livestock feed if you prefer organic. They also have corn and soy free if that's what you desire, which is pretty cool. And I know they have pig feed, yeah. And 16%, that's what we use. Let's see. Let me see if I can look at this. Looks about similar to ours. Very cool. Yeah, they've got recipes on the blog too, which is really awesome. So I think that's pretty good. I'm excited if they do classes, you know, more than sourdough, obviously, because I know how to do sourdough, but I think it would be sourdough is a great place to start. I know they're going to get freeze dryers in. They've got fermentation stuff, pickling stuff. The books are really, really cool. I could buy all the books. That's my problem. So I had to show some restraint. Do anybody have a store like that near them, or everybody pretty much uses a feed store, I would say, right? I've never seen a store like this near me other than like, you know, big box stores or you know, feed stores and that kind of thing. So what have you guys all been up to? I'm curious. I wanted to share that with you, but I also wanted to catch up with you and see what was going on. What's everybody been up to? Yeah, they do have a nice website and blog. I thought it was pretty cool. Hi, Annie, good morning. So, yeah, I thought it was a pretty neat thing. I was glad that I came across it. I stumbled across it literally. Because like I said, I think I was looking for a fiber store other than that one that they're next to, because what used to be in there was I thought it was a yarn store, but then they must have moved over. I don't know. I don't get down there all the time to look around. Usually I go down to Hot Springs, I'm getting animal stuff. We have an Eastern Farmers Co-op. It's a drive through for feed and supplies, but there's also a retail section. Nice. Nice. We go to a feed store in Buffalo Gap, South Dakota, which is locally owned and actually run by Sarah. And we have a lot of respect for Sarah because she has been absolutely amazing. So, Angie, how far are you from the wildfires down there? I'm kind of curious because I did hear about them. We've got them up here too, sadly, but they're so scary because we're just so darn dry. Oh my gosh, 4 miles? Oh gosh, Angie, praying, my friend. Do you guys have to evacuate or anything? That is so scary. We're about an hour south of Rapid City, almost to Green Acre. That is so scary to be 4 miles from a wildfire. A couple years ago, we were less than that, and I was ready to leave. Oh, thank God, Angie. Angie praying for you and Tony and the animals and everybody. So scary. Have they gotten more contained, I'm assuming? Annie, our urban homestead, I've been working on plans and ideas for expanding the veggie garden. Nice, Annie. You've got all those raised beds, right? If I remember correctly. Yeah, the wildfires and stuff have been downright scary this year. Red said the garden is winding down, still have not gotten a frost yet. You lucky dog, Red. Good for you. That's awesome. Enjoy every last minute of that garden before it gets frosted. We ended up having what do you call it? We ended up having another frost. Well, we've had several, but we had a pretty hard one last night. I had to break the ice in the pig waters and chicken waters and all that. So ice breaking season has officially begun. Hey, Indiana, backyard gardener. Hope you're doing well. We just had a wetland filter. Installed on our pool, so no more chemicals. Gotcha. Cool. Oh, I got to back up. Chat was moving there for a minute. Angie said, thank you. Yes, Monday's going to be bad again. Oh, praying for you guys. Yes, I do talk to Leanne a lot, Joe. You had a hailstorm, Adrian? Oh, no. Crazy. Yeah, pray for rain. Pray for rain. Oh, gosh, we need rain so bad. So bad. No frost here, but only 8C or 46 here today. Yep. We are so dry that even driving around on the side by side is gag worthy with the dust. It's just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. It's so dry. The chickens walk and dust kicks up. And the pigs walk and dust kicks up. It's horrible. I hope you had no damage from your hailstorm, Adrian. Yep, raised garden beds and want to plant some fruit trees. Oh, that's nice, Annie. Okay, Adrian sells most of her items she makes on our homestead there at a store. Her channel is Hamilton Homestead. She does fermentation, cheese making, and raise meat like turkeys. Very cool. Yeah. Usually we don't deal with ice breaking season. Usually we have everything all set up by now. and we have a stock tank heater and heated bowls, and that's what we use all winter, and we just leave them plugged in until spring. But I haven't done that yet because it's been actually pretty decent, and I said, well, why do it? We'll just keep it the way it is. So I've only had to break it, and it was really easy to break this morning. So we'll see how it goes. No frost here either. It's powder dry though. So bad that the traffic lights are even dusty. Yep. I know that. Barb's sorry about that. I'm back. I don't know what happened. It kicked me out of the studio. Let me go back up. Sorry about that, guys. What ended up happening was it just kicked me out of the studio, so it's kind of weird. They're doing well, Joe. They're doing well. Sherman hasn't been with us for about a year now. But we've got a bunch of our other piggies. They're all doing well, thank you. Thunderstorm last night. Oh my gosh, we could use rain so bad. Hey, Alfonso, hope you're doing well. Have a blessed day yourself. No rain, but cool down to the upper 80s. Good. Yeah, it's hard. We have extension cords, Templin Acres, because we have the chicken coop is wired, so that's different. But then we take an extension cord from the chicken coop to the pigs to be able to do the stock tank heater. We put everybody in a very close proximity to the house so we can do that because, I mean, we get -30. I mean, we have to have water heaters. Yeah, driving in it is always a trip, Adrian. Driving in hail. I hope your vehicle was not damaged. Miss Betty and I will be starting with 6 chickens and a pig come spring. That's awesome. What kind of pig are you getting, Gary? What kind of chickens? Yep, Lisa poofed. Peekaboo. I'm all back. I'm getting caught up, everybody. Diesel's doing good, Carla. So Lisa and her husband were here last week, my moderator and her husband, and they met Diesel, and Diesel found new friends. Diesel was so exhausted when they left because, he was getting tons and tons of attention. Of course, he wouldn't have it any other way, Carla. So he was having a blast. Oh, good, Adrian. I'm glad no damage. My pickup truck looks like it's dimpled from hail. We get some pretty big hail. So yeah, so it's been going really good, going really well. We had a good time. And anything new with you guys? Anything new coming up or anything you want to share? I'm curious. I'm just going to check here because my phone was going nuts while I was talking to you guys. We have been chatting with Rich at the Old Swedes farm regarding chickens. Not sure on the pig, but not too many choices here. They can cost $120 each here. Yep. Yep. Yeah, it depends if you're getting a feeder pig or if you're getting I know here it's whether you're getting a feeder pig, whether you're buying a hog ready to butcher, or if you're getting like a kuni. So, because I know for my unregistered pigs, And the unregistered meat pigs that I sell, they're $2.50 for the coonies. If you're buying a feeder pig and you want a commercial hog, like a commercial breed, you can get them for a pretty decent price, under $100. Got a new greenhouse. It was super easy to pop up. That's awesome. Very cool. Congratulations, Adrian. Gwen bought a pumpkin tonight for my chickens to carve. Our daughter posted on Facebook, please get the chickens a pumpkin. That's funny. Yeah, hopefully too, Riverat. I hope they don't postpone it again, Carla. You need it over with. Absolutely. You need it over with. It depends, Joe. Usually when you're buying a heritage breed pig, you're trying to buy a purebred, not necessarily registered, but you want a purebred. So you end up paying more because it's a heritage breed. However, feeder pigs are commercial hogs, and like in the state of South Dakota, they're a lot more common because people in the United States are used to pork chops. You get a pork chop off a heritage pig, like the coonies, it's more like a lamb chop. For me, it's all about nutrient dense and quality of meat. I don't need a massive pork chop. I don't need a massive ham because there's only two of us. You know what I mean? But it's also how you cut up all of that. You know, our first two pigs were Mangalitsa Duroc and Berkshire crosses, and I think we had 413 pounds of pork from the two of them that we've gone through since then, obviously. And the meat was phenomenal. But what really made the meat delicious was the Mangalitsa breed in it. So, yeah, Adrian, here's the funny story, Adrian. We bought two piglets for feeder pigs, so we would raise and butcher and have enough pork to last us until I bought the cooney pigs, gave them enough time to breed, and then raise them up. Norman was the raised up piglet that was supposed to be eaten, and we all know where Norman is. Out in my backyard. And he's so tiny now, it ended up being better that we didn't butcher him. Waylon, on the other hand, will be leaving us soon. Waylon is far surpassed Norman at a year younger. So, and Waylon's got some nice looking hams. Waylon is really built for meat stock compared to what Norman is. It's funny. I have lots of cleanup to do and get garlic planted. Yes, we just got our garlic planted last Sunday. Heard Idaho pasture pigs are good for butcher pigs. I've heard that too. Mangalitsa, I couldn't remember, blah, blah, blah. I don't know who that is, but I do like Mangalitsa pigs, and I would definitely consider getting purebred Mangalitsa because they are gorgeous pigs with their curly coats. Of course, I'm going to be in trouble because we're running out of room for pigs here. Hey, lovely. Hey, Annette at the Cow Emporium. My cousin in Oklahoma raises Duroc show pigs. Very cool, Carla. I have bulbs to plant, and I have bulbils to plant. What's a bulbil? I know what bulbs are. Huh. But Joe, going back to what you said, I mean, If you buy it's like when you buy beef from a local rancher, or you buy pork from a local rancher, commercial breed or not, they're fabulous to eat. Fabulous because they're raised well. Gary said there's a food program here where grocery stores give out dated produce, vegetables, and breads to farmers and homesteaders. Cool. Yeah, our places do that also, but they're already taken, if that makes sense. They they end up giving them out people too. I want to plant a butterfly garden, but I'm running out of yard space. Yeah, that's hard. That would be fun though. Can't wait to find some property to raise my own pigs and cows. Yeah, that would be great, Red. Pigs are so easy in my opinion. Feeder pigs especially cuz you don't have them forever. You don't have to overwinter them. Going if I didn't already have the Kuni pigs, I would probably move to that model because it just makes sense to have all the animals not overwintered except for the chickens. But I love my pigs. We're keeping them. Because feeder pigs, it's so much easier. You only have them for like 8 months and then you're done. Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about, Adrian. Gwen, is that what the corms are? The tiny seed that the hardneck garlic produces in the scapes? I forget. I know you had a video on it. Very cool. I planted a bunch of corms that Gwen sent me. Here in Mexico, everything on the pig is used. When sows are no longer bred for piglets, even the sow's womb is cooked in the carnitas. Good. Hey, Spartman. Good to see you. Gary said you have to get on a list that's shared. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, ours is more like first come, first serve. And so the people they've been giving it out to, they already give it out to. Corms are formed on the outside of the bulb of garlic. Gotcha. Very cool. Interesting info, you guys. Learn something new every day. Thanks, Adrian. And Gwen, they got me all set up here with the bulbils and the corms. Hey, Sarah. Homesteading Hustle. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're not eating protein powder again dry like you're real on Instagram. I almost died. Oh my gosh, I was dying laughing. I had to watch it again. Spartman, you getting any rain over there? Send it our way if you are. The more you know, the more you grow. Amen, sister. Adrian, we grew the most beautiful Brussels sprouts this year. Have a good night, Red. Enjoy every minute with her. Just grew the most beautiful Brussels sprouts. I was so excited about them. It's amazing. So I bought starts for them, and I also started some short maturity day ones that I started from seed very late. Like I started them indoors and then put them outside. They got eaten up. The ones by the seed, I had the seeds, they got eaten up, and I just pulled them. I didn't waste my time. The starts were the ones that did well, and what I think helped was watering daily and the shade cloth, because I had a shade cloth to serve for hail protection, but it kept a lot of moisture in there. So I really think that helped a lot. But they took forever to form a Brussels sprout. And once they did, it seemed like forever to get larger. But yeah, I had a small, we have hail netting, but we last minute threw up a garden in the back, which proved to be a great idea. And we ended up using cloth that we had, which had shade protection, but also a little bit of hail protection. Then when the hail came and destroyed it, it still stayed up. Have a good weekend, Almost a Green Acre. Have a good night, Gary. Thanks for coming. Hey, Blue Self-Reliance. Good to see you. Yeah, they take way too long. But here I will show you real quick. Let's see. Let's see if I can get this to come up here. Brussels sprouts. I had 6 plants and we got just shy of 4 pounds. So I was super excited about that. Here you go, Adrian. So the bowl was ones we'd already harvested, but why is it not showing? All right. The stalk between the bowl and the outer stalk was the one stalk that didn't grow well. We didn't get a lot off of there. We gave that to the chickens. So 5 stalks produced 3 pounds, 7.4 ounces of Brussels sprouts. So that was really cool. So we've got them all blanched and frozen. So really excited. That was the first time we grew them. So super excited about that. So that was really cool. So I'll grow them again. I will definitely, we went to a greenhouse in Hot Springs and I will definitely go to her again to buy starts because everything I bought from her was amazing. I have heard that, Blue. I gave them to the chickens and the piggies and they loved them. Oh, I knew you were going to ask me what variety. I have no idea. No idea. I don't even think the tag is still in the garden. If I find the tag, Adrian, I will let you know. I should be able to look and see if the tag is still there. But if I find it, I'll email you. I just know they were Brussels sprouts. I bought them in the greenhouse in the county below me. And they take forever. So we bought the starts, which were a nice size, in the little pack, the little 6-packs. So it gives you an idea how big they are. They were in the 6-pack. Then what we ended up doing was planting them in May. Yeah, planting them in May underneath the cloth to protect from frost and stuff. They started to develop Brussels sprouts July. I want to say July, and then we harvested them right before Lisa came out, so 2 weeks ago. And the reason why I did it is because we've been so cold and we'd already had frost. They're obviously not going to grow much more. Because it was my first time. So I was talking to Annette at the Cow Emporium about it. And she said they're most likely not going to grow anymore. So we just harvested them so I could get that out of the way while people were visiting. So that gives you an idea of how long. Here, no less. So yeah, they take a long time. And the ones from seed that I started late, which would have been really, really behind and didn't get in the dirt until June, later in June, they started to get Brussels sprouts, but they were not closed. They were open. So something was missing from the nutrients in the dirt, in the soil. So that was another reason why I picked those. I was like, well, they're not a tight head. There's no reason to let them go. So I took them out of there. So clearly they were not as happy in the raised bed because it probably didn't have all the nutrients that the back part had. So they took forever. Or the weather was not cool enough. No, we have cool. We were cool May and June. Very cool. July was hot for us, like 90s, upper 80s. That's hot for us. And then August was pretty decent, not hot, but not cold. And then September and October have been cool. Not cold like they usually are, but cool, so pretty decent. So I really do think it was a nutrient. If I remember, I looked up online and they said it was either a watering issue or a nutrient, and I watered all the time, so it had to be nutrients in the soil that it was missing, which makes sense because it's my raised bed we use every year. Whereas the back garden, that was where the previous owners fed their animals, and that was some pretty nutrient dense soil back there. So it was pretty neat. But yeah, just 2 weeks ago. Pretty incredible. But they were gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So tasty. Oh. And last year, that was selling in my local grocery store. It was 13 or 16.99 for Brussels sprouts on the stalk. Can you imagine? Crazy. Amending with alfalfa pallets. Good for you. Oh my gosh, 91 by you guys, Angie? That's crazy hot. Whew. We stink with Brussels. Brussels are hard. What was my end result in the freezer for preserved fresh? Stay tuned. I am waiting on water to get my totals. And the reason why is because we have the freezer and we also have canned stuff. So right now I have 118 pounds, 117 pounds and change of tomatoes in the freezer that I need to process once we get water. And I want to be able to say what we made with all of that. So my preserve fresh is going to be a little delayed because we're still preserving. Set back a lot, but I will tell you my freezer is full. My vegetable freezer is full. 7 cubic foot freezer full of all homegrown stuff, which is pretty exciting. And we've started eating some of it, and it's unbelievable, delicious. When Lisa came out last week, we had chicken that we raised, we had cauliflower that we grew. She had local beef. We had some good steaks. Oh, it was amazing. Thank you. Definitely plant them, Sarah. Oh, thanks, you guys. Thanks, Adrian Blue, Sarah, and Annette. The Veggie Masters. Yeah, I don't know about that. But there is a lot of pride in serving your own produce. Very much so. This year was exactly the way I wanted it to be since we moved here. So I was very excited about this year and very proud. And my husband is now a believer in we can grow here. So I got to find like a t-shirt or a hat or something that says you can't grow here. I've been looking and I didn't see one that I was thrilled about, but he believes it now. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, he's always supported me all the way. But he's very much a realist and he's like, "Why are we doing all this? Why are you doing this?" Because it's not going to we live in Siberia. It's not going to work. And you can grow it here. So now all summer long, he's been like, "Where'd you get all that stuff? Because you can't grow here." I said, "In the garden." I was discouraged for a long time. because I put my all into my stuff, you know what I mean, when I'm passionate about something. So, and it was very discouraging. Yes, winning, winning. But it's been a blast. So, so we've been having a lot of fun with it. What I don't like is when something grows and does so well and you have no idea what it was that made that happen. Oh my gosh, no kidding. No kidding. No kidding. So true. Oh, thanks, Adrian. Yeah, Adrian, I am stubborn as a mule. And, we all know I don't love gardening, but I love growing my own food. That's why I do it. But it's been even nicer now because, my husband's like, wow, it's really, he's really reinvigorated now. It's sparked his interest again in gardening. So it's pretty cool. It's really pretty cool. I'm really proud of him and he's been a huge help this year. Huge help. And I think a lot of it too is he's home more, so he doesn't have to he sees more of it, so that's pretty cool. But he's been a huge help. I couldn't have done it without him. Thanks, Joe. That's right. That's right. Whatever you get, you get. Heck, last year was 119 pounds and change, and I was still thrilled with that, but it is discouraging. I mean, the biggest thing I will say is the hail netting. The hail netting was expensive, very expensive, and worth every penny because July 15th or whatever, we'd have been done. We would have had nothing after all that work from February starting seeds, and everything would have been gone. So, really, really thrilled that the hail netting sealed the deal. Um, yeah, in the end, it came in clutch. That's right. Let me go back here. You've worked really hard at growing and tried lots of ways. I'm excited you had such a good harvest this year. Thank you. Yeah, I've tried a lot of things. I've tried a lot of experiments and all that stuff, and it doesn't always go well, and other times it goes really well. And, when you find what works, you go with it. Gosh, Blue, I wish I could have taken some of your raspberry plants. I would adopt a ton of raspberry plants from you if I could. All right, guys. Well, I am going to get going. I've got to drive somebody home, so I'm going to get going, but I really am glad we got a chance to catch up. It's good to see all of you. And thanks for listening about the homesteading store. I thought that was pretty neat. Um, Hun, I would have taken them all. I would have taken them all because I would love to have more raspberry plants, but I'm done buying anymore. So they'll multiply on their own, which they are. Good to see you too, dear. I hope you have a lovely weekend. I hope all of you guys have a great weekend and a wonderful night. And thanks for coming. Take care, guys. See ya. Bye.